shrimp, pelicans. I like it all much as I can get.
Man, you gotta stop.
Bring it on. Pile it high.
Come on, Brody. Can't do this today.
All right, y'all. This next story is, I gotta say, it's a little disheartening, sickening if you want to ask. This story probably ain't gonna be funny, but it might be some. I'm gonna make it funny. I'm gonna put some cut on it. So remember this. Now I know what car I was driving when I had this. Was in 08. I bought my Dodge Spirit, I think at the beginning of 08. I'm gonna do a story on that too. That whole process of me getting on the bus selling desktops, I'm still slamming them things out of Indiana. Desktops, 4 to 500. Remember I had that aluminum, the car broke down. I bought a janky car from Lake Street. Dude ripped me off on Lake Street. I should have known better than to go on Lake Street. And the transmission went. So after about like a month, I'm back up in another whip. And I'm hustling harder than ever because I took that personal. Anyway, so I'm in the Dodge Spirit. I'll tell y'all where I was at. You know where I was talking about, like Fremont? Like, not the near north area, but where that north side co-op, the north side co-op at the edge where the north side start to look like in the 40s. Not by the highway. I'm talking about where Fremont cuts off into. I think it's Fremont or something. And it starts looking a little better. Man, this nigga here, and I got to use the N-word. This nigga here, man, he had a laptop. I done fixed this dude's laptops like 3-4 times. And I could tell he was a little offended.
Must be Brody.
Yeah, you D, right? The computer guy?
That's me. Brought the tools and all. We'll get you fixed up.
Appreciate it. Place is a mess. Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. See what we're working with.
Because I wasn't really respecting. He's the customer, so I got to do what, but this nigga was in animals. I ain't talking about like, I'm watching Netflix, National Geographic. This nigga here was into some weird stuff. Now, if it would have been anything else, now most people ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna have nobody fix your computer if they looking at kids and shit. Like, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna, because they know you turn him in. I probably would have beat the nigga's ass and turned his ass in. I probably would have beat that nigga's ass and turned his ass in. I probably would have hog-tied that nigga. And I probably would have kidnapped that nigga and brought him to the station my damn self with his ass whooped. If I would have seen some shit like that on a laptop. I just know how I am. I don't play about that kind of stuff. But, man, I get his laptop, and I was wondering why he was so discreet and so hesitant for me to really, he said, oh, just clear it off. I'm like, you don't want nothing back there, but what? No, man, just clear it or whatever. And he keeps looking, and, because I come over to the computer, I got my OEM Dell disc, and he's just being just overly overkill, you know what I'm saying, with the concern. Like, man, I ain't never seen nobody so concerned about catching a virus. So,
What is this?
Just keep watching.
I'm sitting up here, I said, hey, let me do what I do, bro. He's all, like his shoulders, he's all over my shoulder.
That the invoice? Brody, I can still see the screen if you're 3 feet back, and I can breathe a whole lot better.
Feel his breath behind me. He just, man, move. Hey, bro, let me get a little space. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I'm just, But he really didn't want to say what. So I'm clicking. I'm trying to get to the point where, because, I'm trying to get to the point where, I see what apps he has so I can reload some of those apps, and I have most of them anyway. Man, I click on something, man, this nigga got a horse. This nigga got a horse. This white woman bent over, tooted up, and the horse, y'all, man, I'm telling you, I'm shocked. Yeah. This horse up there, and horses, what they call it, not no diddy, pause. How do you even say that with a horse? How do you even say pause with a horse? I mean, horses, them joints like, them joints, horses parts is like, I mean, pause. Do I say pause with a horse? I mean, this ain't a human being, man. I'm like, them joints is, I mean, they look like they can smack you upside the head like King Arthur, like, psh.
Will come to save the world of the past.
And I click on the horse, man. Oh yeah, white lady just taking it. I'm sitting here in my stomach. I said, man, I ain't even gonna be able to eat after this. I'm up in here like stacked dough. I'm like, nigga, and he's sitting up there like, man. I said, nigga, you like animals. You really like animals. Yeah, man, you know, it's my preference, man. I said, nigga, man. And it's an old nigga. I know he weird. So I'm feeling even more uncomfortable about, like, being in this nigga's, like, man, you want something to drink? Nigga, no. I'm not waking up with no story where I gotta go life because you want some weird stuff, nigga. No. I don't want nothing up in here. So, you know, that's what he likes. I wipe the computer. I'm trying to keep my composure because it's just so ridiculous. I'm just like, dude, I said, you really like this kind of stuff, man? And he admitted to it, like, yeah, man, you know, I just kind of, so I'm just thinking, like, I know you ain't got no woman. So I start kind of wondering, was like a predator that just went from baby kids to horse johns? Man, that horse was on top of that white woman. I was like, how does it even fit? This joint is like longer than my damn RAV4, man. I'm paused. Man, I'm sitting there watching. I click on something, man, something else pop up. I turned around, I said, dude. It's funny now, at that time, I'm like, come on, bro. I said, bro, you really be into this stuff? Well, man, you know, my preference, man, everyone has their own preference. I'm like, bro, is this shit legal? I don't know if it's legal now, but I said, man, it's a Beast Brody. That's why I named this Beast Brody. This thing, man, he's steady. I had to put him on Linux at one point. Man, he calling me up. He's steady calling me up, man, wiping his computer because he going on these sites. And you know when you going on sites like that, man, any of them look like rated X sites or whatever. This ain't rated X. This is rated Z. This is rated Z with the pi. Remember the 3.14? This is 2 times. This is rated Z to the second power. I mean, this dude up here, and I'm just sitting here I'm thinking.
DP, hey, listen, today's not a good day. The pipes.
So I'm touching. So now it gets worse because now I'm like, this nigga's little grubby ass fingers been on this laptop. I immediately wash my hands, man, when I leave. Man, I immediately wash my hands when I leave, bro. This dude, man, and so then the second time I come by, I'm like, man, you still watching this stuff or whatever like that? Yeah, man, you know, this is how I get off. I'm like, man, I said, bro, he didn't want me to take the laptop. I didn't want to take the laptop. You know, I said, bro, let me just bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I said, man, look, I didn't even want to sit in there and do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the internet, and that's how we did. We didn't have, like, the tethering, the Wi-Fi, stuff like that. Like, I don't know what kind of phone I had around about that time. 2008, probably like a flip or something. Like, so I don't even think the hotspots was really like a thing. It wasn't that long ago. And so, man, this dude, I said, man, I popped. I didn't even want to, because I said, well, look, man. See, this is what he thought I was going to do. Take it. I just want to be out of his house. I didn't want to sit there and do all that stuff, but you got to. That's your customer base. That's your job. Just like Geek Squad, that's your job. But I didn't want to sit there and be sitting there and these things keep popping up. A horse pop up and then he, you know, be a monkey or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this nigga probably got caterpillars, butterflies. Like, this nigga doing butterfly porn. Like, what? I'm like, dude. So I didn't want to. So I just popped the disc in and I said, I'm just gonna wipe it all out, bro. I'm gonna wipe it.
Brody, look at this. Your whole desktop's screaming at me. This thing's infected.
You ain't leaving my house.
You hired me to fix it. I can't fix it here, man. You got to stay off those sites if you don't want viruses.
Sites don't hurt me. Folks taking my
Then you're
laptop
choosing the
out, dog.
pop-ups over me.
It all out, and then it just let me. I finish the rest when I get home. So then once I wiped it at his house, you just wipe Windows XP, gets clear, wipe it. I said, I'll install the drivers at the crib and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I had the internet at the crib and whatnot. I tell one of my, I don't even think it's Stack Doe, and none of my homies really know about this. Somebody I told, a homie I used to hang with, I think I told him, and he was like, what? This dude he thought he got a kick out of it. He was like, man, that dude's sick. I don't think I told nobody this story, man. I was embarrassed for him. He was not embarrassed. That nigga was a proud bestiality supporter. I don't even know if that stuff legal. I don't even know who you report that to. I think you got to be doing it. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not into that stuff, so I don't know. I knew if he would have had something else crazy on there, that would have been different. But you know, this stuff, man, this dude, man, I'm still bewildered, man. Like that it was nightmarish. Like, man, when I look back, I don't think the amount of money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wiped his computer like 3 different occasions. So I think after the last time, I said, man, I can't be doing all this, man. I'm telling this white woman, she bent over, her hands they were on a barn or something, her hands on a barn, the horse. How did they get the horse to do that? Like, that's how you know these are some sick people. These are some real sick people. They practice. They don't got because the horse can just kick you. The horse can't. Man. The horse. She's trying to basically stick the horse in us. Man, it's crazy, bro. This nigga sitting there grinning and shit. I want to punch the shit out that dude, man. Like, you know, because, like, and he was and see y'all. This gonna be the kicker. Y'all thought he was white. Y'all thought that this dude was white. He wasn't. This is the first Beast Brody, Beast Bro Male. This is the first black dude that I ever seen that was into that kind of stuff. And you're not gonna know anyway because you don't be on people's laptops. Most black folks don't be into that. Black folks don't be into that kind of stuff, man. A lot of people don't be into that. But man, I'm telling you, that was the first and the last person that I ever seen that was involved, that had that kind of stuff on their laptop. And you got to think, I'm a tender age, man. I'm like 22. I'm 23 years old, man. I'm sitting here looking at this stuff, man. And I'm kind of like, it just made me kind of think about what kind of people are in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm young at the time, but I mean, cause like I say, somebody gave me his number, but this boy fixed his computer. See, I'm telling y'all, once the crackhead niggas, once they start doing the dollar CD thing, I redid my game. You know what I'm saying? I upgraded my game. I was mobile then, so now the beauty is, and that was the beauty of being able to open up another store with my buddies, because I was mobile at that time. I had my little beat up Dodge Spirit. It was a little tank. Got through the winter and everything. I'm telling you, that thing got me through it. I throw my desktops on the back, in the trunk. I put my little 212s in there. You know I got my DJ Quick and my 8-ball and MJG. So I left corporate America to open the store with my homies because you got to think, I come from a background where I'm not used to being told what to do. I work on my own schedule. So, you know, but I said, okay, I need to add more skills and I need to get a job. You know, so I need a skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like this hustle thing, I need a skill set. I need an actual skill, a gig. That's what the old niggas at the barbershop used to say, man, get you a gig. Keep hustling, get you a gig. And that's what I did. Got me a gig, kept hustling. Never stopped hustling. I didn't really stop. I'm be honest. I stopped hustling, y'all, around really 2014. That's when I stopped. You know, I wasn't really, 2013 is when I, 2013, maybe 2012. You know, or like I mean, I still do computer repair from time to time, but at one point I just stopped doing that altogether. I should have never stopped. But you know, I had customers when I left the shop. I had customers before I went into the shop, but I had customers when I left the shop. I took a lot of those old contacts when I used to have people sign, you know, PC repair agreements. I got a lot of that stuff, so I want to put that in some videos so y'all can see it. Y'all have seen it before, but man, bro, this nigga here, man, like, I just, man, it was, man, bro, it's like, and y'all probably didn't expect a story this long. I'm going back to my long story mode. This dude, man, and I'm gonna try to put some videos in here, but man, this dude was doing the most. He was, man, I just haven't seen anything like that. Beast Brody. Brody was into the beast. He was, it's just traumatizing, man. Like, you know, and he ain't had no shame.
Don't even think about taking that laptop out of here. It stays.
I told you, I just need to run a quick diagnostic.
Uh-huh. I like warthogs too.
Man, that's nasty.
You know, y'all remember that nigga Fleece Johnson, the booty warrior? I like booty. No shame, bro. None. I guess you shouldn't be ashamed of something you like. Maybe you shouldn't be ashamed in it. Maybe you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should be real about what you like. Bro was the Fleece Johnson of horses. I don't know how I'm gonna make the videos for y'all. Stop laughing, bro. Y'all sitting back laughing, you know what I'm saying? Stop laughing, man. It ain't funny. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna make the video for y'all, man. Like, how am I gonna put this in the brother chat? Hey, how am I gonna run this through Sora? You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna do it? Like, you can't put the stuff I saw, you can't put that on the AI. The AI don't, you know, you probably got to get some kind of dark web AI to.
You know, only if we could have amoebas. Maybe even some catfish.
Man, pay me so I can leave.
You in a rush, DP.
Always, Brody.
Create these images that I got to put together for y'all. I'm going to have to show you how uncomfortable I look. I mean, some people might say, well, you shouldn't have did it. Well, as long as it ain't, I'll use the term grape. If it ain't no women being raped, or if it ain't no kids or whatever, then, you know. Now, if it would have been some dudes, no, I wouldn't have did that. I said, man, just take that to Geek Squad, bro. I don't want to see that. So I would, you know, if it would have been dudes, if he would have had some weird stuff with some kids, like I said, if he would have had weird stuff with kids, man, I probably would have beat his ass in his apartment. I probably would have beat his ass and called the law. Stomped a mud hole in that old nigga's ass. I ain't care how old he was. I would have stomped a mud hole in him for something. You don't do nothing like that. And then you call me up and try to put me into something like that. You see what I'm saying? So I would have had to do something.